16 years old, living a reckless lifestyle. I'm in high school, not thinking that there's any consequence of my actions. And I'm in the guidance counselor's office. I find myself there. And I'm there with my boyfriend, the counselor, his coach, and one of my teachers. And we're not going over what college I'm going to go to or anything like that. We're there trying to figure out what to do now that I just recently found out that I was pregnant. Everyone had an opinion of what I was capable of doing and what he was capable of doing, my boyfriend at the time. And it was like, no, there's no way. There's no way you could be a parent right now. You both have your whole life ahead of you. You got to go to college and, all that. There's no way. You're not ready to be a parent either, which I agree with that. I'm 16. I'm young. I'm scared. Yes, we're not ready to be parents. So the solution that we came up with was abortion. Abortion is the only option, really, because you're not ready for this. So let's do it. We had no way of paying for it ourselves. All we knew is that they assured us it'd be taken care of. And we trusted them. Our parents never got involved. Never involved in the conversation, never knew anything. And we promised that it would stay only between the 5 people that was there. So we left that office feeling great. We just dodged a bullet, is what we're thinking. We go to the clinic a couple days later for my appointment. And my boyfriend stays in the car. I go in the clinic. Let's go. I'm ready. Let's just get this done. The nurse tells me to change into this gown. Why do I need to change into a gown is what I'm thinking. My immature 16-year-old mind, I'm thinking, okay, isn't it just a pill that I take or something that I drink? Not knowing that it was a surgical procedure. No one during this entire process informed me of the procedure. No one. So at this point, I can't back down. I'm already here. I've already committed to it. I change into this robe and I'm shaking. Full of fear. The doctor comes in and he brings in this tray full of tools I have never seen before. So I'm crying even more now. What's going to happen? Are you chopping my leg off? What's going on? The nurse is trying to comfort me as much as she can. And I just say, come on, let's just get it over with. Let's just do it. Let's just get it over with. Next thing you know, less than 10 minutes later, I'm being escorted to like a waiting area, a recovery area, so that they can monitor my bleeding and make sure I'm not bleeding too much. I am so scared in that room. And I'm in the room with 3 or 4 other women who just went through the same thing. They just went through the same procedure. And they're drinking coffee and tea and chit-chatting. And I am over here crying. I can't believe what I just did. An hour later, I'm free to go. Okay, so I go back to the car and I'm feeling absolutely horrible. I feel like the worst person in the world. So full of fear and shame. I lay down in the car and I took about a 2-hour nap. Woke up and discovered that I was bleeding through my pants. So I needed to go to a Walgreens or something to get me some Kotex or something. So I asked my boyfriend to take me, and we go, and I asked him, I said, I need you to go in here and I need you to get these items for me. And of course, I'm asking a 16-year-old boy to get me some Kotex. And he's looking at me like, are you crazy? There's no way I'm going in there and buying that stuff. Here I am. I just went through all of this. And I just need you to get this item for me. No, absolutely not. So I'm forced to go myself. I have to get these items. So I go in there by myself and grab Kotex, go to the front of the line, and I see this older woman. She looks like she could be somebody's grandmother, older woman. And I go to her and I, give her my items and I give her my money, and she just looks at me. She can tell right away that something is wrong. And she looks at me and she says, "Honey, are you okay?" And I don't even think I responded. I just shook my head, and I'm just like, "No, I got, just here, and I got to get out of here." Like, and I walk out, and I remember thinking when I was walking out that this is the lowest point I've ever been at in my entire life. I feel horrible. So many emotions coming at one time, so much fear, so much shame, everything at one time. And I remember thinking I just needed a hug. I really just needed a hug. If that woman would have came behind that counter and hugged me, I just needed to feel love. I needed that. And at that moment, I was so hungry for love. Anyone who would have extended an arm to me to show me any type of love would have been just what I needed. Anyone like a Mormon, a Jehovah's Witness, a Muslim, anyone. I don't care. I don't care what you're preaching or what you're talking. If you're willing to give me a hug and show me that I'm loved and appreciated or whatever, I would have been led so far astray from Jesus Christ. If I would have had that one person to extend an arm to me and say, "You know what, you need the love of Christ right now," I would have been converted. I would have transformed my life right then and there. And I would have served the Lord just because he showed up at that very moment that I was so hungry. But no one was willing to be that arm extended. No one was willing to allow the Lord to use them in that manner. Even that cashier knew something was wrong with me. And I don't know if she was a believer or what, but I just needed a hug. That's all I needed. That's all I felt I needed. But I really needed a Savior. I needed the love that no one else can give me but the love of Jesus Christ. I needed that. That's what I needed. Now I know that. And at the time, I thought I just needed a hug. I needed much more than a hug. And so many times we look at girls and who have young children and who are young themselves, 14, 15, 16-year-olds pregnant or having babies. And we look at them and we shun them and we, distance ourselves from them. We say things about them. You don't know how hard it is a lot of times to make that decision to have my baby. And it speaks volumes to say, for a woman, for a young girl, 14, 15, and 16, to say, I'm going to have my child. I made mistakes. I made bad decisions. Yes. But I'm going to deal with the consequences of my actions. And I'm going to deal with whatever comes my way by having this child. But I'm going to have my baby. I can't say I did that. I didn't do that. I made the decision to get rid of mine. And it's so important that we reach people who are hurting. At that very time when you see someone hurting, is very, very important, because it could be in that one moment. All they need is a hug from you. And all you need to do is just introduce them to Jesus. Show them the way. And so many people will just run after him wholeheartedly, run after him because they're looking for him, they're searching, they're hungry for him. You have to sometimes be that person to give them that food that they want, to satisfy that hunger that they have. And that's all I needed at that time. That's all I needed.
If you are someone, or if you know someone that needs someone to talk to, that needs to be encouraged, or just needs prayer, please call us at 844-4300-SECONDS, or you can visit us online at www.300secondsonline.org.